look like you're ready.
My name is Tina, and I'm a resident of the City of Taylor. And I was just wondering if you can tell me, does the City of Taylor currently have an active Construction Board of Appeals?
I didn't hear what she said. An active zoning board of appeals construction. No, I don't think so, but,
Madam Chair?
yeah, the zoning board and the planning commission would be two of the agencies that, would handle things.
You might want
Madam Chair, I just got one quick question. It's Ms. Daniels, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I briefly spoke with Mrs. Daniels and her husband. Have you arranged that meeting?
The Jamie McCarty, she is not able to give me any information on that. And the reason that I'm coming to speak with you today is because I hired a contractor, and the contractor failed inspection by the City of Taylor. And then the contractor submitted a letter written by an architect who is an associate of his. And the city passed the inspection based solely on the letter from the architect. And the architect was not involved in the project whatsoever. And the inspector informed me that he did not question the architect. Paul was the City of Taylor inspector. He told me he's not qualified to question the architect that wrote the letter. And after finding out that it passed, I called the architect that wrote the letter, and he informed me that he was not signing off on the project structurally, that he was not able to inspect it structurally. So I informed the city of that, and basically they're passing it just on this letter, which I believe to be a deceptive letter that was submitted by the contractor.
Are you dissatisfied with the result of the work?
I am. It failed
Chair.
inspection, and there are several things that are currently wrong with the project, and I had a structural engineer that I hired come out and do an inspection, and he found several structural insufficiencies with the project as well. And I did give a copy of that to the city, and basically with no result. I've kind of gotten the runaround for several weeks now, and I've been dealing with Jamie McCarty, and she keeps telling me she'll get me the information to file the appeal. She's told me she'll email me, she'll call me, and I haven't received any information regarding it.
Madam Chair, there used to be a Construction Board of Appeals. I don't know if it's still active.
That's exactly what I was going to speak on. Excuse me, through the chair. I've also been in constant communication with Ms. McCarty, so I'm very well aware of the situation. I've also been copied on the emails that have been sent to, excuse me, what's your last name, sorry?
Daniels.
Ms. Daniels, so I'm very aware of the situation. As for the Construction Board of Appeals, the current list, the term for the commissioners is currently expired. I'm working with the mayor, and we plan to bring the reappointments for the individuals on the board and reconvene the board. So, and I know all this has been relayed to Ms. Daniels, but as of next meeting, you should be receiving reappointments from our office to reconvene the board. So I'm well aware what's going on. Ms. McCarty is well aware what's going on, has been communicating very well to Ms. Daniels.
Yeah,
She
Madam Chair.
informed me that there was already currently a board established and that she did not have the list of members. It's been several weeks, and she has not relayed that to me.
Madam Chair, I was actually on that board, and it never met because we never had an issue. So I would imagine that term is expired by now.
And that's
Yeah.
why I'm agreeing with these reappointments next week.
What kind of work did you have done?
I had the roof redone and an overhang built on the porch, over the porch. But my concern is that the city passed it knowing that it had several failed infractions, and they're basing it on this letter that they received from the contractor. And they didn't even question the architect that wrote it, who wasn't involved in the project. So my question is, you know, if it's got code violations, how can you pass it? And if we have an inspector who's not qualified to question the man that wrote this letter, then the project should stay failed.
Councilman Lilly?
Madam Chair, you know, after discussing with her, I hope you took my advice and have not paid your contractor at this point.
I have not paid the
Okay,
contractor,
and-
but he,
no, and I agree with
he's
you.
adamant that he wants his money because the city passed it based solely on this letter
Right.
from the contractor.
Right, but I can't really pick sides, but there definitely needs to be, I think this needs to speed up a little bit because it has been going on for a while.
It's been a month.
They
It's
definitely
been
have
over
the
a
right,
month.
they should be able to appeal this based on the knowledge that I have received. How a company can not meet our own codes and still pass an inspection is beyond me, and that's why this process needs to pick up the pace a little bit.
The city of Taylor, the head building official, Jesse Harrington, also told me it was done incorrectly. And, you know, knowing that, and the inspector that passed it told me himself that he dropped the ball on this. He didn't do a good job. He didn't do a good inspection. He was unable to inspect it now, and the contractor won't come back to remove what the inspector said he needs removed in order to do an inspection to see if it is in fact corrected, which it's not. Nothing's been done since it failed.
Well, from what Mrs. Banis says, we are moving forward on this quickly, and that will be addressed.
But it's been a month.
Madam Chair, we're just now hearing about it, so this is the first I've heard of it. So
Well, I did come to
we
the
can't,
office.
you know, as a council, we can't say, all right, you now go do this. We can't do that. That's administrative, but you're here and it's public. It'll move a lot quicker, I can guarantee you.
Madam Chair.
Councilman
No,
Garza?
I just want to thank her for coming up and speaking on this. But I think that now that Ms. Bannis said that they're going to come with us to the next meeting, they're going to come to us with commissioners to a point where you can be in the board, and we're going to try to get this addressed for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be at our next meeting. We'll get them approved and move this along as fast as we can.
Okay.
We won't forget you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. Anybody else?